Heard your interview earlier. You met P. Diddy and Jay-Z. Is that the coolest moment? Is that the coolest moment?
Well, these two went to a gangster party.
Yeah, full of watches and bit.
I had that with P. Diddy. I went over to say hello to P. Diddy, and Jay-Z was there, and Leonardo DiCaprio was sat at the
I think you've dropped enough names. I think people thought Prince and Brian Ferry was good.
Liam Payne's tragic death has sent shockwaves around the world, but what's even more shocking are the hidden truths surfacing in the wake of his untimely passing. Liam had been dropping hints about something dark within the industry, particularly involving Diddy and Jay-Z, and many fans seem to have overlooked these clues. Reports suggest that Liam attended one of Diddy's parties, where he had a harrowing encounter that left him fearing for his life. Could he have known too much?
But the laptop. Why did he smash it? What was on there? Did he see something or get sent something that he didn't like?
Is that the reason behind his untimely demise? The internet is in chaos as people are connecting the dots between Liam's death and the controversy surrounding Diddy. Fans have begun digging into old interviews for clues, and one particular One Direction interview is making waves. The boys discussed their interactions with Diddy and Jay-Z, and while the conversation took an intriguing turn...
Earlier, you met P. Diddy and Jay-Z. Is that the coolest moment? Is that the coolest moment?
Well, these two went to a gangster party.
Yeah, full of watches and
I just went for a quiet dinner, so I didn't meet P. Diddy so much.
Okay.
Liam's response and Niall's reaction raised eyebrows. Were they trying to conceal something? What's even more alarming is a 2017 interview Liam did with Kiss FM's Kyle and Jackie O, where he expressed fear of Diddy. The interviewer quickly stepped in, seemingly to...
with P. Diddy. I went over to say hello to P. Diddy, and Jay-Z was there, and Leonardo DiCaprio was sat at the
I think you've dropped enough names.
...prevent Liam from delving deeper into the story. As more details emerge, the connection between Liam and Diddy appears increasingly significant, leaving fans to wonder just what was really going on. Volumes can be read into why the interviewer cut in so abruptly during Liam's conversation. Fans have their theories. One commenter suggested that Liam might have been silenced for knowing something he shouldn't, or that he suffered mistreatment in the industry and was planning to expose it.
Remember, when he started One Direction, he was only 16 years old. He was a kid, right? And I'm bringing this up for a very specific reason. I went to his Instagram and I saw this. His latest drop was called Teardrops. And I see these symbols on here and I was like, it looks familiar. Now you tell me if that symbol right there, this little swirl one, looks like that symbol right there, the little swirl. So if you don't know what this document is from 2007 from the FBI when they released all these PDF file logos. Now besides the swirl, I see there's hearts as well. Just like this heart and that one down below as well, but let's keep moving.
There seems to be some merit to this speculation, especially after a TikToker unearthed an intriguing logo in one of Liam's Instagram posts. Before jumping to conclusions, it's important to remember that Liam was candid about his struggles as a 16-year-old trying to navigate.
So I just think that there needs to be a self-care, a care system within these shows. Because if they're gonna move people through these shows and use them to make television, they can't just let them off afterwards. And I could never watch X Factor because I was always heartbroken because I'd been the guy who made it really far and then got let go, and it ruined me when I was 14.
The music industry. His experiences were far from glamorous, and the pressure took a toll on him. While some may dismiss this as part of the journey, it's clear that it was much darker. Simon Cowell, often credited as the mastermind behind One Direction, might not have had purely altruistic motives. Rumours suggest he has ties to Diddy and, according to a blind item, became anxious about his own safety when Diddy was arrested. There are whispers that
Simon Cowell, Sean Diddy Combs, Ryan Seacrest, The Wanted, glad he came. And this is on, by the way, Simon Cowell is rumored to be a notorious harem holder. Kind of like Diddy. The music competition judge/record exec that Simon Cowell is worried that he is next to face the Mr. Freak-Off treatment. Okay, so let's raid Simon Cowell's harem next. Not only because of the things he may have done, but because of what he didn't do to protect contestants from the closeted radio exec, and that's Ryan Seacrest, who preyed on them. This same radio exec was behind the formation of the boy band The Wanted, who was glad you came, and that's a really gross pun right there.
Simon has his own skeletons in the closet, adding to the mystery. Putting it all together, fans speculate that Liam faced significant mistreatment early in his career, with Simon Cowell being a central figure in that narrative. The notion that Liam's struggles could be linked to deeper issues within the industry raises serious questions about the pressures young artists face. Liam may have made himself a target when he discussed Diddy in front of the cameras. While not all of Diddy's parties were scandalous, what if Liam had insight into darker activities behind the scenes? Many fans believe his interviews were a subtle warning to the public. Given the sensitive information he held and Diddy's upcoming trial, Liam might have faced some impossible choices. The symbol from his Instagram could have been another attempt to leak the truth, which is why many suspect foul play in his tragic incident. Liam passed away on October 16, 2024, leaving everyone in shock. Reports indicate that the One Direction star fell from the third-floor balcony of the Casa de Palmo Hotel in Buenos Aires, where he had been staying for several days. The investigation is ongoing, but a woman named Rebecca, who was also at the hotel, had a chance encounter with Liam just before his final moments. Rebecca shared her experience in the hotel lobby, noting how Liam seemed eager for recognition. He was waiting by the elevator, and it was clear he wanted someone to acknowledge him. There was something a bit desperate about him, she recalled. When the elevator arrived, he introduced himself without prompting, saying, "Yes, I'm Liam," and then invited a group to join him, joking, "I love a cuddle." While Rebecca declined, some girls accepted his invitation, and during the ride, Liam had an unexpected outburst, expressing his frustration. These details add another layer of intrigue to the circumstances surrounding his tragic end. "You Americans are wild. I live in West Palm Beach, and I know how dangerous you can be after that initial nightmare." Liam and Rebecca found themselves back in the hotel lobby. This time, Liam had his laptop with him. According to Rebecca, he opened his emails and saw something that clearly upset him. Suddenly, he shouted, "Screw this, mate," and began bashing the computer on the ground. His outburst raised concerns among those nearby, and Rebecca approached him to offer support. He replied, "I used to be in a boy band, that's why I'm so messed up. No one was prepared for such a raw admission." Rebecca suspected Liam might have been using illegal substances. His dilated pupils and lack of focus were telltale signs. After causing a scene, Liam was escorted back to his room, and Rebecca managed to capture the last photo of him alive. Little did she know that tragedy was just around the corner. According to her, it wasn't long after that when the police arrived. Initially, it seemed they were just going to remove him from the hotel, but as staff members began running around frantically, it became clear that the situation was serious. "It was awful," she recalled. At first, they thought he might have just injured himself, but soon after, they saw his body being brought out on a stretcher. The preliminary autopsy report revealed that the singer suffered multiple traumas, leading to both internal and external bleeding. The entire scene was horrifying for everyone involved. Dr. Alberto Crescenti reported that Liam suffered a cranial fracture and severe injuries that led to his immediate passing. Police also discovered controlled substances in his hotel room, which was found completely trashed. While those are the facts, it's the gaps in the story that raise concerns. Why did Liam smash his laptop? Did he receive an unsettling email that triggered such a drastic reaction? Up until that point, he seemed relatively in control. Additionally, why did he reference his past in a boy band after seeing the email? And what caused the chaos in his room? There are numerous red flags here. The biggest issue, however, is that Liam had reportedly been dropped by his label. Fans noticed he was absent from Universal Music Group's list of artists, suggesting he was let go just days before the incident. Liam began his musical career with Sony as part of One Direction, later signing with Capitol Records, which is owned by Universal. Although the label publicly paid tribute to him after his passing, stating they were devastated.